loose. Stand your lows. Get ready. 1, 2, 3.
I'm Debbie Clissold. I've been chopping for 3 years and I'm from Tamworth, New South Wales.
My name is Martha King. I'm 28 years old from Chaddsford, Pennsylvania, and I've been competing professionally for 5 years.
My name's Gillian Stratton. I'm from Mudgeeraba on the Gold Coast and I've been wood chopping for about 33 years.
I'm Nevanka Woolley. I've been wood chopping for 2 years and I'm from Claremont in Tasmania.
I'm Michelle Brennan. I'm from Jamboree, New South Wales, and I'm 52 almost, and I started soaring when I was about 20.
I'm Ashley Heath and I'm from Balbird, New South Wales, and I've been chopping for almost 10 years.
I got into wood chopping because I was travelling with my husband. He got it started when he was 36, which is a late starter, but he used to go to all these shows and I'm sitting around most of the day, so I just started getting into a bit of underhand and started wood chopping underhand first. And now I'm starting to get into the soaring of the ladies division.
General association with shows because I was a horse riding competitor in hack events and right from a very early age. And I was competing at the Royal Melbourne Show and I met some wood choppers at the 1985 Melbourne Show, and then the following year I was asked to have a go in the Jack and Jill. So I got third that year in my first ever go at it, so it was a really big thrill, and I quickly gave up the horses and started travelling to shows with a saw case instead of a horse float, so it was very easy.
So I initially started with the Jack and Jill soaring with my husband, and from there he sort of got me into the single-handed soaring, and then the Jill and Jill as well, so with another female. And it's only been this last season at home that I said, can you teach me how to chop? And he said, yeah, all right. So yeah, just at home he taught me how to like the technique of it and how to do it, sort of thing. And just progressively I've learned a little bit more as I've gone.
My grandfather was a wood chopper back in the earlier days, and my father, so I actually started competing with my father back in 1983. So you'll find that wood chopping is a very heritage sport and it's generational, so you generally learn from the older peers in our sport.
More notably would be competing in college. You know, for the first time actually standing on a block and thinking that your feet and your legs are in mortal danger and, you know, swinging away at them. That was a little intimidating at first.
I started wood chopping after watching my dad at all the local shows in New Zealand, and I got up one day on a block and had to go, and then I just took it up, didn't stop. So we train 4 or 5 nights a week. We cut probably 2 or 3 blocks a night, and I'm at the gym 3 or 4 times a week doing strength training as well.
Wood chopping, you require a lot of core fitness, especially, you know, the core areas are very important with all the disciplines, as well as general fitness. So, I mean, we could be wood chopping a log for a minute to a minute and a half, so it's important that you can maintain your fitness, as well as cross-cut soaring.
I found that in the past, kind of training slowly and watching technique and, you know, trying to correct everything, that's all well and good, but you don't really have time to do that out on the field.
our biggest local show. It's kind of like a mini Sydney, I'd say. So this is the first time that we've chopped at Newcastle for probably 6 years. So there's a smaller field than there used to be, but I think it just gets everyone geared up a little bit for Sydney because it's so close.
You don't get treated any different being in the sport as such. It is harder, there is not as many women in the sport, so you do compete against the men in the open chop. So the Sydney show, the bigger shows, they do have women competitions, which then you can sort of have a look and see what the actual true competition is.
So the reason I stopped chopping is because my wedge fell out of my axe. So the axe head was loose and it was dangerous to keep chopping. So I stopped and made sure like it was in and then chopped the rest of it off.
The Sydney Royal Easter Show is regarded as the Wimbledon.
The Wimbledon
Oh, the Wimbledon.
of wood chopping.
The Wimbledon of wood chopping.
I guess it's probably the biggest show, probably the most prestigious of the Royals, I think. If you get a ribbon in Sydney, you're going quite well.
If you want to be somebody, you come to Sydney pretty much. It's the biggest show in Australia. Yeah, it's kind of the one that if you make it, then you're the top kind of thing.
Predominantly over time, the women have been sawyers, as we call them, so on the crosscut saw. And it all started out with Jack and Jill, so you were partnering a male partner in the Jack and Jill, and from then it stemmed on to two girls sawing together, and then as an individual, which is a Jill sawing, you know, so you saw individually, and from then on, you know, to have more events at shows, we've now gone into underhand wood chopping, so it just adds another dimension to our sport as well. So most of the competitors will cut in all of those disciplines.
Traditionally, it's just been the underhand. The underhand, as much as it doesn't look safe, is probably the safest one. You're cutting between your feet, but the aim is to cut the scarf and nowhere near your feet, and you've got more direction between, you know, as you're going down between your legs, sort of thing.
Chainmail, if you think of the knights of old, it's the linked chain mesh, and we wear that in the form of socks over our feet and also part way up the shin. And then I guess technically it might not save your bones from breaking if you hit them really hard, but at least you won't sever anything. So I trust that it works. I've never tried it out. I trust that it works. So normally for the girls back home, we have 1 or 2 cuts and we call it a wrap. But here I can enter into some of the open handicaps and you know, have 4 or 5 cuts, and that's really great. And that's how you're going to improve, is the more cuts that you get with that competition atmosphere, with the pressure on you, everybody watching, that's how you improve.
It's a weird feeling because you feel nervous, like your tummy turns, but you don't think about the people watching you, or like the crowd watching you, because they don't know what they're talking about. It's the people that know what they're talking about that I get intimidated by.
I can bring back to last year when I was here, and I made it through to the final of the underhand handicap, and into the final I more or less sort of had a panic that I made a few mistakes, and then I tried to rush everything else and it just got worse. It probably would have been one of my worst blocks that I had cut for the year in that final.
So yesterday in an underhand I broke an axe. I took 2 pretty big chunks out of one. But you kind of just I don't know, you kind of just think, oh crap, I'll just grab another axe. Like, it's a bit shit when you do break gear because it's so expensive and like you put so much time into making sure that it is right and things, but you can break an axe in every block that you cut.
So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the 275mm Ladies Underhand Championship for the Sydney Royal Easter Show Woodchop Competition for 2018. It's an absolutely amazing achievement to reach the final of this event for the ladies. As I call the card, if you please give them a round of applause, please. The championship event, they'll all commence cutting on the count of 3. All the very best, ladies. There's the all clear, stand by for a start.
I've got Go for Gold on my arm, and it's in Dad's handwriting. And Dad used to say it to us when we were kids before everything that we've done, all the sport we used to play. So I kind of just look at that and think, okay, like, it's time now. Get into it. I won the Women's Championship Underhand at the Sydney Royal Show, and it felt amazing because the two ladies, Martha and Amanda, who got second and third, they were first and second at the world title in Tasmania. So I beat the world champion, and it's just a nice feeling. It's always nice to win.
First place to Ashley Hicks.
I hope that more girls get into it. Like, there's not that many of us, so it'd be nice to see younger girls coming through and wanting to chop and like wanting to learn.
Because I'm not a quitter, like, it's one thing I tell my kids is don't quit, you start something, you finish it.
Just take it as it comes. Take the blocks as they come. You know, you can't pick the right block. It's just how it comes, and just chop it.
I really think, you know, you should enjoy what you're doing. You know, you only get out what you put in, so I do put a lot into the sport, so I hope that I can still reap the rewards for a couple more years yet.
Sometimes it's not easy, but I think it's really important to stay humble and stay kind in everything that you do.
You can't wait for people to write your story for you, or wait for anyone to make things happen for you in life. You just have a very short time here and you should take advantage of it.